And we're live.
Are we?
Yes.
Maybe both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, sort of.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
You know.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Ragin to the Vlogs. It is February 25th, 2022.
It's,
got anything?
It's Friday. It's
yeah.
fine. We made it through another week, and and for a split second, I felt like I was awake, and now I'm just tired again.
I'm gonna throw this intro.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know. It's like we don't need it. We just started this channel. We don't need a copyright strike right now. We don't need to earn our first copyright strike.
Good morning, Daphne.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, chat.
I have to admit, it's like whenever you play that Critical Blast bumper, my favorite part is when you hear like the scratchy sound. Wee 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 wee. It's like that's my favorite part. I don't know what is it with that sound.
It's exciting.
Yeah. So it's like so that means that RJ should be showing up soon.
That's how he's coming in. Facebook user, identify yourself and good morning.
Good morning. Yes. So welcome to a full week. This is our first full week officially. As two hapless vloggers flailing on the internet. Welcome back, everybody. Like I said, it's just it's Friday, and we're gonna try to give you enough of a sequence of coherent sentences to fill up an hour. So welcome everybody in the chat. Who do we have in the chat? We have hello, Mike Jimmy. Hello, yes, unidentified Facebook user. Yeah.
We see you guys watch and say hello, people.
Yeah, exactly, because we have 8 people watching us right now. So, what are you doing? Don't you have things to do?
Yeah, right. What the hell are you doing here? Stop being a lurker.
Yeah, it's like at least join us on YouTube so you can be a part of our lovely chat. So so if you are watching this on Facebook and Twitter, we would love it if you could join us on YouTube, where you can. Oh, hey Sam, hello.
Hey Damien, hey, what's up, guys?
So you can join us on YouTube, where you can subscribe to all the channels that we broadcast to, and while you're at it, go visit Sam's YouTube channel too and subscribe to his, because it's like we're all big one very enthusiastic and always tired family.
Hey Carl.
Oh, there you go. Hey,
take care of her, please.
Yes, definitely. So I head on over to YouTube, where you can subscribe, comment, share, the whole 9 yards, because we want to keep the algorithm gods happy. And as always, and I'm going to try this time to go through the entire episode without constantly saying it's also in the show notes. Because Nita, her little Control V fingers are tired. so
I upgraded. It's copy paste now.
Okay, there you go. So we have all these great campaigns in the show notes. We have, as always, we have Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, for the launch page. The campaign launches March 14th, as I even forget my own information. So that link is in the description box. Don't forget to show notes, well, whatever it is downstairs. We also have long shots. Too many books. A lot of books. There's a lot of books there. Also, don't forget
read our show notes.
Yes, exactly. We go through it. It's like Nita goes through the effort of making sure all this information is in the show notes for your convenience. Yes, so don't forget also to check out Sam's. There's an alien in my toilet. Oh, well, that's the other level. Yes.
Special extra tier.
Yeah. I've seen the Polaroids. So don't forget to support. Also, there's an alien in my toilet, where Sam also has plushies that are not like that. So
nice and clean.
Yeah, nice and clean, proper plushies. Yeah, so that you can read along with it with the comic. So.
And make sure you guys join us Monday, because Sam will be tuning in.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Sam will be sitting with us on Monday, putting up with our babbling. As he shows off, and bring the plushie with you. Bring the plush with you. I love the way that thing came out, and it's like, and I want to kind of see it in person. And as in person, I can get to see it. So join us on Monday, where Sam will be on the show. He will be our special guest on the show. And look at that. So it's like I did all, like I said, look in the show notes for all the campaigns that are listed there. Like I said, there's gotten so many. There'll be more. It's just like so many now that it's like, it's not, we'll just end up a link show if we just read everything off. So everything's, all these great books and these great campaigns are in the show notes. And of course, I went straight into that because I'm so tired. I actually forgot we should introduce ourselves to the people. We do have a lot of new people joining us and watching us for the first time, and I think they would like to know who we are.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so hello everyone. As we officially get the morning started. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992. And as I keep telling Joe, it's lighting. And I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which you see right here. And my medieval fantasy soap opera drama, because I got to figure out a more efficient way of saying that and describing it. Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which this will be, the campaign for issue 4 will be launching March 14th, as I forget my own data again. You can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com, and EagleWorks.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics on YouTube at Daphne Lage, Lage Art. Nita,
Yo.
Who are you? Who are you to the peoples? Why are you important? Why are you important to all this?
I don't know. God, now you put pressure on me. My name is Nita Lanning. I am CEO of Ragin Services and Promotions, and I am also the executive producer of the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network. Yeah, and I write a lot of stuff.
We're trying to teach her to say it with her whole chest. Executive producer. Enunciate. Enunciate.
And I am the GOD of this channel.
There you go. Yes. So if you want to see your comments on the screen, be nice. That's the person you have to be nice to, and she'll put your comments up. And hello,
Morning,
Ted.
Ted.
Good morning, Ted. Oh boy. So I'm exhausted and excited at the same time, Nita.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what to do with this energy.
Right porn.
Right for it. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm actually not in that mood. That because or at least it's too early. Or at least it's a little too early for that mood. But yeah, so like I said, tired and excited at the same time. So JD in his Kickstarter majesty has decided that he is going to run his next Oswald campaign at the same time as Ego Raven.
Was he going to give me a pre-launch page?
Absolutely not. Well, then again, we're it's like he might actually do that because he's experimenting with some things. He actually got some homework from somebody to help him improve his, I guess, like his campaign page. So we'll see if we can get him to actually do a launch page for more than 2 days. So part of the, I guess, like the exciting part of him doing that is that we have a Oswald Ego Raven crossover story that we can now literally promote at the same time. So, yes. So, if you have been following me on my Facebook, you've already seen a preview page of that story. And now what we're going to do is that if you want to get that story sent to your email in a lovely full-color 16-page PDF, you have to support both our campaigns at the same time. So it's like, so at the end of the campaigns, we will be sending you codes. Like if you remember what I did with the Facebook pin promotion on my last Ego Raven campaign, we will be sending you a code, and you will.
Hey, John.
You will get. Hey, John. You will get that PDF. It's like, Mike, Jimmy, I think it'll just be easier if we just make a separate escrow account for you. Just
right.
Put money in there, and then we'll just send you books.
I thought the same thing as soon as she said, "Oh look."
Look! There we go. Hello. Launch fast, launch hard, launch now. There you go. Hashtag.
Ah.
So yeah, so that's one exciting thing. So we're just going to inundate you with crowdfunding in the next 2 weeks. So on another crowdfunding note that I'm not going to go into too much detail yet because I literally just agreed to this, like literally minutes ago.
Oh, this is so exciting.
Right? Which explains a certain transformation right now. Yes. So I also agreed to do another crossover with another campaign. And they specifically asked for something. My heart of hearts, they specifically asked for Werewolf Loki in this thing. So
brilliant.
I am so excited at getting sketches done for this. It's, I mean, and it's like I told Nita behind in the green room that it's like, not bad for a character that that I made up as a goof. That it's like that I just made up because I was mad at Marvel. And now the asshole has his own fan base.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, really. It's like, that's probably, we should set up just a subscription service just for you. So, yeah, so that I think that has to be the strangest kind of thing. Here I am with, about to launch issue 4 of Eager Raven, and I'm like so concerned about like talking about it and whatnot because people only know up to issue 3 and this, that, and the other thing, and it's like, does anything that I say make sense if I talk in advance about the book and blah blah blah? And it's like, no, this guy. I make this guy up as a goof, and everybody's like, yes, tell us more. Tell us more about Disasters.
Oh, I'm so freaking glad now I asked for that sketch cover.
Oh,
I got the first Loki that left her house.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So now he's going to be like even more in the canon before he actually becomes canon. But he is canon.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I mean, really, it's like, yes, thank you. I mean, I don't know, it was just a very strange experiment that kind of like ran away with me, and it was just really funny how it's like I said, I was mad at Marvel. I was mad at Marvel when they announced their Loki series and how they were trying to trademark Loki and Thor and all that. This was Disney. Well, this is Disney trying to do this. I think Marvel was like, we already know we can't trademark this.
Right.
But Disney's like, yeah, but you're not Disney. So yeah. So it's like, and I said, you know what? It's like, I'm not giving my love to a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. So it's like, I'm gonna make my own, and that was the challenge that I had put out to everybody, for everybody to make their own Loki so that we can stand up Spartacus style. Like I said, that's literally was the joke. Oh man, and then before I know it, there's a pillow.
It's snuggly.
Yes, it's very snuggly. Because God knows I have to constantly fight the cats off of it, so, but yeah, with, well, yeah, sure, yes.
Always.
Or
as we say in the States, hookers and blow.
Pretty much, yeah. So that was my exciting morning. It's like, because now it's like I'm just very slowly brainstorming, images for that. So, but that's, yeah. So it's like I still have to. But also in the pipe, I still have to finish penciling issue 7. Get that Oswald Eager Raven crossover finished as well. Because I want that finished before the launch, before it goes live, which means I'm going to be like all,
So sleep deprivation caught up with me, Daphne.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh yeah, so yesterday I was supposed to meet you to StreamYard, right? And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, and I remember getting up and I looked at the bed and I was like, well, I'll just sit here for a second.
Right. Oh, it's never a second.
Oh my god. So I wake up and I look at my phone and it's 9:15 and I am freaking the fuck out. I'm brushing my hair. I'm getting dressed. Right. I turn around and I notice Chris is sitting at his desk and I'm like, why the fuck didn't you wake me up? And then I was like, wait, why are you home?
Right.
And he said, what are you doing? And I was like, I've got a vlog in 45 minutes and I haven't even set up a StreamYard.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was 9:15 p.m. last night.
Oh my goodness, that happened to me in Paris. The jet lag was so bad. I thought it was like it was, and it was usually around 9. Yeah, I thought it was 9 a.m. and JD is telling me it's 9 p.m.
I mean, it was straight
of the same day.
I'm like, Daphne's gonna be mad. There's not even a StreamYard.
Right. No, I mean, but at least it explains that I guess you weren't available yesterday. Right.
I mean, it was crazy.
But did you sleep well? Did you at least sleep well?
Yeah, until I woke up in full panic mode.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, maybe that meant you really were sleeping well.
It's like, I missed the bus and I was naked and everything.
And then you didn't have your homework.
No, nothing.
Being chased by a serial killer on top of it. Oh, no, those are mine.
I was trying to scream because there's a bear chasing me and
right
coming out.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh wow. Yeah, but yeah, it's like this week is just catching up on top of us. So, but there's always work to do. That's the thing. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh yes. So one of the things that I was able to catch up myself on last night, is I resurrected my Patreon page. So
pay attention, folks.
Yeah, it's like so for everybody who have asked me if I have a Patreon, and before I was saying it's like, well, it's kind of dormant right now, I don't know what to do with it, blah blah blah. So my Patreon is back up and running. I have 2 new tiers in it as well, because I am bringing back. Well, I'm going to be using the Patreon to bring back my Pop of Color fan art collection and House of Bob. So, yeah, exactly. Speaking of subscriptions. So, the ideas that I had for... Now, the thing is, if you sign up for as little as $2 a day...
A month.
A month. Oh, I wish it was $2 a day.
10 cents a day.
Oh, yes. So you see it's a value at twice the price. So what you get is a lot of you get all the blue line pencils. So on from when I'm doing each comic. So it's an expanded version of what you see on Facebook already. So where I give like little previews and work in progress and all that fun stuff on Facebook. If you want to actually see more of it, i.e. you want to see all the pages as I'm working on it, that's what Patreon is for. And there's 3 separate tiers, main tiers, where you can, just watch the feed and, as I post up artwork privately to the Patreon. There's a second tier where once I finish the blue lines, you can download a blue line PDF version of the comic.
Oh, nice.
Right. So for those of you who really liked back end, like how these things, get put together. So you get a blue line version of it. And then there's a third tier where once I ink the pages, so not only do you get previews of the inked pages, but at the end of that, you get a corresponding PDF of the inked versions of those blue lines. So that way you can actually put them side by side and really see like how the pencils change in the inking stage. So I mean, it's like I think there's just a fun thing, to kind of like yeah, I mean, it's do it,
While people are paying attention. That's what I was telling Daphne. Throw everything out there.
Yeah,
see what's sick.
Right, exactly. So it's like, so I was really happy to get, these little... So there are 2, I guess, like, higher tiers. So I have a tier where you get all these other benefits from all the previous 3 tiers. And except this one, you're helping me expand my Pop of Color fan art collection. And what the idea is that I want to collect all my fan art into a deluxe sketchbook, similar to what I've been talking about with House of Bob. So it's a little mini hardcover book with, the little bookmark and everything, except it's going to be all my fan art. So if you want to see me draw Deadpool, now it's like, fine, here's Deadpool. Here's your Deadpool, here's your Harley Quinns, here's, and if I get 10 people to sign up for that tier, then I'm going to have everybody in that tier choose the fan art that I do next. So each piece, there either be a poll or just like, I'm literally gonna be piano man and take requests, in that tier. And then the last tier, so say, it's like you really are not into fan art, but you want to see some old school, Daphne risque furry art, and I'm kind of using my language a little carefully because I'm still a little gun shy with Patreon concerning this. So I have a House of Bob tier where you get everything except for the fan art stuff. Because it's like I wanted to keep the two separate so that the people who just want to see fan art, they just see the fan art. For people who just want to see the furry stuff, they have the furry stuff. Because usually, a lot of times they just want, the option, So House of Bob, as I have said before, I want to make a deluxe edition collection of that. Again, hardcover, satin, satin bookmark, the whole thing, right? So, but the thing is, though, I still have to, in order to fill it out, that's what she said, I still need to create a lot of artwork for it. So this Patreon will help me focus on that. So again, it's like, so I'll be doing the pieces for this tier, and because, okay, I'm kind of playing fast and loose here because again, I got nicked by Patreon and I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. So the pieces are going to be risque. So I'm marking them as not safe for work. However, it doesn't mean there's not going to be an adult-only version of that piece. So all the pieces that you'll see in there will have a corresponding adults-only version. So, yeah, it's like, right, yeah, exactly. I remember those days, Tasteful nudes. So yeah. So depending on like how long I can get this going and whether Patreon bothers me about it or not, then it's like I'm gonna start like showing off both versions of each piece in this level. So then because I don't want to, if I mark it adults only, I'm afraid that that's gonna flag the entire account, and I don't want that. So The pieces are still going to be, pretty much not safe for work because it's all fetish themed and whatnot. Right. But, it's going to be done in a way where, Patreon doesn't get up my ass about it, hopefully. So, but the final book that gets printed is going to be all, the uncensored pieces for sure. So that's what's going on with my Patreon right now. I have a link tree in the show notes. And I think there's also a direct link too, but I also put a direct link in the chat as well. Okay. So, did I do that? I put a whole bunch of links. Okay, there's a link tree in the show notes. So you can check out my Patreon there, check out all the levels, and like I said, I'm still tweaking it a bit. But once it's like once March starts, I should have everything pretty much the way I really want it and uploading the way I want it. So right now, the big focus on Patreon right now are all the entire issue of Eagle Raven issue 6, which the blue lines are uploading Mondays through Fridays. Right now, so that's the big showcase right now on there. So that's what I was doing yesterday, just kind of resurrecting the dead there. So hopefully everybody likes the new and improved version and help keep me off the streets.
And out of Dollar Tree.
Right, and out of Dollar Tree. Yes. And it just, and I really do have a Dollar Tree over here. So it's like, yeah. Oh man, it's like I'll just it's like keep me out of Dollar Tree so I could just go like next door where the Michaels is. At least we know it's a little better quality there. they have actual Strathmore pads, so I can work with that. Oh boy. So we're just hitting the 30-minute. We made it to 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
We made it to 30 minutes, Nita.
We did.
Oh my goodness. So let's show the boys some love, and then we'll come back and try to figure out how to fill out the other 30 minutes.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
It's Monty Moore. I'm a 30-year comics veteran in comics, games, and movies, and you've been watching one of my absolute favorite podcasts, Catch the Craze.
You are watching Catch the Craze.
What am I listening to?
And you're listening to Catch the Craze.
Where are all the indies at?
A Catch the Craze podcast.
What are you watching?
I'm watching Catch the Craze.
What are you going to do?
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
Have you subscribed to?
You are an independent. Catch the Craze! Making moves on your own. Catch the Craze! On your grind in the streets. Catch the Craze! Join the movement. Catch the Craze!
I want to go over there right now.
All right. Oh boy. You know, it's like, Sam, if you're still listening, you really need to offer up MP3s of the theme songs that you've used on the show. There's a couple. I mean, it's like, because I think that every single theme song you have done for Catch the Craze has been a bop. And it's like, I don't know, you just really know how to get my attention with those beats. you know, so yeah, so you need to do a Catch the Craze album.
Wait.
So Mike Jimmy has to bounce. Although let's congratulate Mike Jimmy on his promotion to Wrench on in the chat. So Mike Jimmy has his own wrench now. So yeah, definitely you have to do an album. You have to do something needs a soundtrack. Yeah, you need to Catch the Craze soundtrack. That's what you need. So yeah, wow. So where are we? I don't know. It's just, you know what it is? It's just like so much to do, and at the same time, it just feels like it's like, oh, I don't want to do anything. You know?
Weird, because it was like there was this whole anticipation period where it's like, okay, stuff's about to happen.
Yeah,
stuff's about to happen, and then it's like, boom!
Yeah,
it's happening,
right.
And it's like smack in the middle of it, and it's like it was overwhelming at first,
right?
And then it's like I finally, like, I guess crashing yesterday, had a minute to catch my breath, and just like take it all in, and it's like, wow, shit is happening.
I mean, yeah, because it's like it's always because not sleeping is not good, you know. So sometimes we just need to take that really, really good nap to kind of reset ourselves. Although, maybe not without the waking up in a panic part because you think it's the next morning.
Oh, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. So, what do we have coming up?
There's all kinds of stuff coming up. Like the network, we're expanding almost on a daily basis right now with new things coming up the line. Like right now, so Tuesday, so yesterday, let's start with yesterday. Yesterday, we got to see Luke Stone and Concord. They brought Nerd Bacon, which is freaking amazing. And if you didn't watch it, go check it out. It's on our channel, and it's on Luke Stone Studios.
Yeah.
Let's see. Starting March 1st, we're going to have a Tuesday night show. It is going to be Dispatches from Outside the Box. That's going to be with Randy Zimmerman, C. Michael Lanning, and Stone Abdullah. Zimcast.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Randy-
true. We can finally
Zimmerman
talk
is
about
coming up
that.
with a news program that he is going to give you all his rants, raves.
Hold on to your butts. Hold on to your butts.
Randy's coming with Zimcast on Wednesday evenings. I believe he's going to do a pre-show this week, starting at 8:30 Eastern.
Oh, cool.
Show starts at 9. Let's see what else is coming. I can't talk about that one yet.
Secret projects.
I know, I'm looking. It's like, okay, I think that's pretty much all I can say right now.
Right.
But there's still more coming.
Yeah, I'm going to, so it's like, I'm going to probably need everybody's logos so I could put together a card. So we can be like,
professional.
Like Brian K. Morris, where everybody posts up the card with the schedule on it and whatnot. Oh, I could make it like a TV guide grid.
Yes.
So that everybody knows what time everything is on. It's like I don't think I even know what the secret project is.
Here.
Huh? Oh, okay. But it's only for me. I get to see it. Let's see. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
That's gonna be banging.
Right. So
Good morning, Joe.
Oh, good morning, Joe. It's funny. I was just thinking about you.
We just played his ad. It was the music.
It's like because there was something you had said yesterday that I had wanted that piqued my interest and that I wanted you to clarify on, if you can. Bank of America. All right, no, that never a fun time on the phone with Bank of America. I knew my second to last job, the job before my last job. I was working with a guy who I guess it's like he had his identity stolen, and they had, I guess, taken out $800,000. They overdrafted his account by $800,000. And he called up Bank of America, and they told him that they didn't think it was fraudulent. And it's like, wait, right? Yeah, it's like, he was livid. It's like that $800,000 was overdrawn from his account, and they said, well, you did that. And I go, wait a minute. Wow. It's like, you mean I could have just used my debit card to buy a house and not go through this whole loan process? Really? Wow. I mean, yeah, Bank of America. So I hope all went well with you there. But the thing that you had said yesterday is that the definition of the word mainstream. And you had said that Marvel and DC are actually not mainstream, according to, I guess, like the actual definition of that, which I guess just reminded me that it's like, I really should have looked that up instead of just hoping you would come back into the chat. But that but it's like, I guess in the end it wouldn't surprise me if the word mainstream turned out to have a different definition that Marvel, DC, and Diamond abused for their own marketing purposes.
Oh, right.
So if that's what it is. I mean, it's like, it's like answer or don't answer. It's like I said, I'm just grasping at straws here for conversation. But we also have another show. We have another show coming up that we're going to be on. So we're going to be on Aria Black's show on March 7th. And what's funny is that March 7th sounds so far away, and it's like, that's kind of next week. Yeah, exactly. That's wait. So we're going to be on his show. And then it's like another show that we're also going to be on Dispatches, right? On the 15th together. right? Where
We
it's
are.
like C is going to be asking us very dangerous questions.
I know.
About
Dude, the show's only 2 hours. How are we going to do this?
right about the movies that influenced us and our work. So, yeah. So, do you have a to-do list, Nita?
I do.
Yeah. So
it's like right now, I've got an idea, and okay, so yeah, we'll put some in the show notes or whatever. But I'm going to go on the business page and make links that will go to cards for everybody that our friends' Patreons and their Patreon accounts, a separate one for crowd funds, and break it up like that. And then in the show notes, I'll refer people to the business page for all that stuff.
Oh, there you go.
And that way I'll have evergreen cards set up. You click on it and it'll show you what's up, and
yeah,
we can share so much more that way, because like when you've got a crawl, fucking nobody's gonna read that.
That's true. It's like, what is it? Someone had told me that if you have to scroll more than twice on your phone, they stop reading.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go make some cards that are up. Click the link, whatever you're looking for. If you're looking for somebody's Patreon, it'll be under there. If you're looking for their crowdfund, it'll be there. If you're looking for this, go make a system.
Right. Yeah. I mean, isn't it funny that it's like, here that we actually have to think about that too, about like, what's the average scroll on a phone? That it's like, okay, we have to optimize for that. It's like, no, it's like anything more than 2 is too long. I mean, it's like, because I know that when I was thinking, another thing that I was currently revamping was my mailing list. And realizing, so let me ask the chat here. Okay, so let's ask the people. You sign up for a mailing list. And I know you guys sign up for a mailing list. Especially since the last time when I checked my numbers, I think I had like almost 100 more people on my mailing list than I remembered the last time I checked. So it's like, oh, I got to fix things. I got to tidy the house. So you sign up for a mailing list. And the thing is that we all know, we're always told as creators how important cultivating and curating a mailing list is. Because it's like, this is your way to have direct contact with people outside of controlled venues platforms like Facebook, like Twitter, where it's like, especially on Facebook, they throttle you for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And even if you buy advertising, they still throttle you. Oh, you didn't spend enough money. It's like, so a mailing list is supposed to be a way to have direct access to your customer base, to your fan base, without that control. But it always seems like now, instead of fighting Facebook, I'm fighting the people who subscribed, directly. Because now I have to consider, like, oh, did he buy? Did he bring enough for the rest of the class?
I'm like, what?
You're waking up now. You're waking up now with that.
Yeah, and I'm gaining 30 fucking pounds while I'm at it. I'm sorry.
So now it feels like when I'm curating my mailing list, now instead of fighting Facebook, I'm fighting the actual people signing up for my mailing list. Where it's like, now it's like I have to consider, okay, if again, the whole 2 scrolls thing. Like now it's like, okay, what's the optimum way for people to read my newsletters? Do you read the newsletters? Like, how many people in the chat, what you signed up for, right? Do you read every newsletter that comes in?
No, just the ones I'm interested in.
Right, but you're signed up for more, right?
I read your newsletters.
Right. Okay. Cool. And not just the, because I know that once you told me that sometimes you just read the title.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I say this is on Kickstarter, that's on Kickstarter, and you use it as a reminder, but you don't open up the message itself.
Not always.
Which in the end, that's kind of interesting for me, because then it means like, all right, so it's not that, okay, because according to the MailChimp algorithm, you're not engaging with my newsletters. But from what you're telling me, that's the most important engagement I can get from you.
Right.
That it's like, if I can remind you
That
just
your
in that one
crowdfund-
sentence
yeah, right.
that I have to
What
back
you
the
label
crowdfund.
Your label, how you label it,
Right.
is going to be most important. That's going to determine if it reminds somebody that you have an active crowdfund, or if there's something inside that they're going to absolutely want to see.
Right. Those are the two things that should be in the title. One, like none of that generic. Do you know what this is? You know, it's like, no, delete.
No, don't do that.
So that's an important thing to consider. So okay, so the two. So for you, it's like either as put in a title, a reminder, or telling them something is in the newsletter that they want.
Right.
Right. And not just, I guess like generic.
Grab their attention.
Right.
And
Get them to
right there.
open. Right.
And you
So kind of like
50 characters to get your point across.
50. Wow. Okay. That's in the title. So I guess to clarify it, always make sure your title is some kind of call to action right there. Right. So it's like it shows up in your email box, call to action. It's like either go to the Kickstarter or you need to open up this email. Okay, that makes it a lot easier for me to think about it. So from Miracles of Miracles, you get somebody to open up your newsletter, right? So how much of that newsletter do you actually pay attention to?
The first paragraph.
Wow.
Okay. But here's why. But it goes beyond that. If the first paragraph keeps me, I'm gonna probably go through the whole thing. If it turns into some babbling bullshit where it's like where we're like chasing rabbits, like then I'm done. I'm gonna look at any images that were included and be done.
Okay. So images are definitely important for you.
Absolutely. Yeah,
okay.
For me, yeah.
Right. So now, how concise, like say, because it's like, sometimes I don't want to feel like I'm just inundating you with like, support my Kickstarter, support my Kickstarter, support my Kickstarter with everything. But at the same time, it's like, okay, if I'm not talking about a Kickstarter, like,
it needs to be personal, and not personal like, hey, what's going on in bedroom? Not that, but personal, like bring your humanity into it. Have a connection there, like so hey, blah 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 blah. This week and just something simple, something like, hey, I'm doing this, like and not as a sales pitch, as just, hello, I'm updating you on life.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like do you pay attention if it's a kind of like, it's like, oh, here's some sketches I did, or like here's a little, like I don't know, here's a story excerpt,
or
like
a good thing for you, the sketches you do,
yeah,
instead of posting that shit on Facebook, well, post them on there, but the little stories of what might have inspired you to draw this out this day. This is whatever.
Right. Just right. Oh, okay.
Keep it fun. Keep it a little personal.
Right.
And not always just force, because if we get 100,000 emails a year for fucking crowdfunds, or directs to people's paid links and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that you keep opening and you keep going back to are the ones that are not always force feeding you, buy this.
Right. Oh, so yeah. So I guess there's even though
I'll give you
it's for promotion.
I don't want to put her name out there, but because it kind of sounds like, oh, it's a form of manipulation almost. No, but you really want people to read. She does that.
Who?
It's in the private chat. And
okay.
She does that on a regular basis, and it's her forever building.
Oh, I see. So, I guess it's trying to find the right balance between promotion and making it personal enough so that people care about the promotion. Right. You know, so what? Okay, so I guess just to clarify, so what's your biggest like what makes you unsubscribe?
Rambling.
Just just posting something for the sake of posting,
constant, or just back my crowdfund. That's like, if that's all I'm ever getting, then
right?
It's like, I'll see you on Kickstarter.
Right. Okay. Because if you already supported me on Kickstarter, you're going to get emails from that too, as well. You know. So that's definitely something I have to kind of think about, especially now that it's like now it's like what I'm trying to do is build up. Like, I know my audience is on Facebook. So I'm trying to kind of like, well, Facebook and Kickstarter. Those are definitely where my audience is. Now it's like I'm trying to build that audience up on Patreon. But yet, ultimately, I want to build up that audience, more engagement on my mailing list. Because if that mailing list is going to be where I'm talking to everybody directly, like a combination of everybody. So people on Facebook, people on Patreon, people on Kickstarter sign up for my mailing list. Optimally, the mailing list is where I should have everybody from these three audience bases in my mailing list.
Yes.
And the thing that I have to consider is how I'm going to optimize that engagement with them without making them scroll too much, I guess. Because that's...
Keep it light, keep it fun, and keep regularly update at the same time without overkilling it. Like, don't...
Well, that's so what's a regular update for you?
Bi-monthly.
So twice a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so once a week you would consider it too much. That's 4 times.
That would depend on who it was coming from.
Right.
So for some people that would be too much.
Right.
But for other people, like say myself or Mike Jimmy, for you, no, once a week's not too. Once a week's perfect.
Right. Especially if there's a campaign going on. Because one of the things that I was thinking about, like, during the campaign is doing, like, it's like, okay, now it's like I do, like, a weekly update. But then once the campaign is over, then maybe go back to twice a month?
Yeah.
Maybe? You think that sounds reasonable?
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay. And now it's just figuring out, like, and then the trick is figuring out how it doesn't sound like advertising each time. But I guess, but then again, it's like that in the end I have to pay more attention to when I do my previews of when I do my newsletter and I do the preview of it and I send it to my phone. So I have to now start counting the scrolls. So it's like, okay, 1, 2, 3. That's one line too many.
Oh my gosh. It was like, even on the crowdfund, you have to watch with the scrolls.
Right.
Because remember that there was one, I swear, I was sitting here and it's like 15 fucking scrolls.
Right.
And I was doing the speed scrolls where it was like,
right. Well, I filled out the survey because I guess for the Tall Tales campaign that finished a couple of months ago. I guess January. I don't even remember anymore. I think it was December I finished. I don't remember. So they sent me a survey. It's like, how was your experience type of thing, right? And on this one of the big things that they were really focusing on in the survey for Kickstarter is, it was 2 things that stood out for me. It was the pictures with the rewards, like the way Indiegogo does.
Yes.
Because that would save me so much scroll time.
And it looks so good. It looks so much better. Like, I'm really surprised they haven't adopted that already.
Yeah. And the other one that they really focused on is, which I don't understand why. No, not the payment, but getting shipping addresses without having to depend on a survey. Like when you do a pledge, you confirm your address then and there.
That is so annoying to me. Do you
Right.
know how many times I've missed on a crowdfund that I've backed because I didn't fill out my survey?
Well, right.
Even with
Yeah.
you've had to message me before.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is though, and it's like, yeah, because that's the thing that I don't understand. These are people who paid for their rewards, but I can't ship anything out because I can't get an address unless they fill out the survey. I mean, wait, I got their money. How is their address more, like more complicated to get than their actual money?
Thank you. And it should be it should be an autosave. I mean, because most people are doing the crowdfunds back regularly anyway.
Right, exactly. So
Just a box to click and be done.
Right. So I guess let this be an update for everybody. If you haven't received your rewards from me, if you're expecting rewards from me and you haven't received it, check to make sure you filled out your survey, because I still have people from like 4 campaigns ago who have yet to fill out their surveys.
Oh, jeez.
So I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like that's what, like,
it's crazy,
right? Yeah, it's like, it's like we shouldn't have to. Yeah, I know. Really, it's like I barely. I don't even I wouldn't even know how to check for messages on Pinterest.
No.
So that was the thing. So it's like like when I first started doing Kickstarter, like we literally had holdouts 4 years old.
Jeez.
We had rewards sitting in our basement that I finally said, like, you know what, let me go through all these, liberate the items, and realized that they were 4 years old. It's like, look, look, if you just want to donate to a campaign, you can do that. But don't tie up product because you're forgetting, you for some reason you're not keeping track of your rewards.
Wow.
It's like, and that was the thing with the survey, is that I shouldn't have to depend on an after campaign survey just to get your address. I want to be able to just send your stuff out.
Thank you.
It's like, if I have your money, I want to send it out. I shouldn't have to be begging people for their addresses. So I'm hoping that, and I wrote all this out for them too, because I was like, because it was happening to me at that moment where it's like, I have, like, I think on this last Eagle Raven campaign, I still have 3 people who haven't filled out their surveys. I have their packages ready, and there's still stragglers on the Tall Tales campaign. There's still stragglers there. I mean, it's like, I just want to send you stuff. I want to send you your stuff. I want you to get the stuff that you paid for. So make sure you keep track of your surveys, fill out your surveys so I can get your stuff to you. So that was a whole other, that was like another segue to that. And but also it's like that, the other thing that they were kind of pushing was getting paid faster. But I have a reason, I have a feeling that it's going to be, that's
what it is. It's not, that's exactly what they're doing. They're redirecting with those surveys so that you're coming back to them for something else.
Right. Yeah, it's yeah. But the thing is, the funny thing is, it's like, usually, it's like, oh, yeah, hello. Usually when I go to my Kickstarter page, it tells me at the top, you still have to fill out a survey. Unless they shut off all the notifications, which I think is silly because that's how you're missing surveys.
Right.
But so
I think it just makes it's that same person having to go back to Kickstarter.
Right.
I think it's an algorithm thing for that promotes them themselves. It gets them more clicks.
Right. Well, yeah. Because my point with the getting paid earlier. So instead of waiting 2 weeks after your Kickstarter to get paid, they said, "Oh, what if we paid you earlier?" And I have a suspicion It's, well, for an extra percentage, for an extra fee,
for sure.
we'll pay you earlier. That's I have a suspicion that might be what they're poking at, which I'm kind of not cool with, because how does Indiegogo gives you your money immediately,
right?
The money's right there.
Yeah,
you know?
George.
Hi, George. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, exactly, and that's the thing too. Especially when it's like, if you're waiting for information, you don't want to delay your books because people don't want to fill out their surveys. I mean, it's like, it's not. Yeah, I don't really get that. Like I said, that's the reason why that Indiegogo is it's better coded, I guess, because on certain things. But again, my audience is on Kickstarter, so that's why I have to kind of put up with all this stuff. But the survey, those were what I was seeing on the latest survey. So hopefully that gets the next big update. I mean, honestly, not to get into. I really do think that the whole, that what I'm mentioning is more important than the kerfuffle over blockchain. I mean, it's like, really, that's your line in the sand, but not the fact that, Kickstarter kind of makes your process inconvenient. It's...
And I would really like to see them start taking the money out when we back.
Right, that's what I would definitely.
And before, I liked that because it gave me time to. I knew that I've got like 30 days. I need to make sure that's in there. Whatever. And I liked being able to back without having to think about what was in the bank right then at that moment.
Right.
But there's been a lot of people that are doing that backer shit, backing in and out,
right,
on high end tiers.
Yeah. I think that if
I'm fucking fed up with it. I'd rather.
Right. No, absolutely. I mean, because that by collecting the money up front, they kill that nonsense immediately. Because then it's like, and also it's like, then I know that money is spent already. That okay, I know I bought this. None of this 7 campaigns are charging to my card at the same time.
Right.
George, it's like usually with the phone number, that's mostly for internationals because, for international, to ship internationally, you need to leave a phone number. In case something happens with the package, so they're able, but in the United States, that shouldn't be a requirement. But it's like, I just want your address so I can send you the stuff I have your money for already.
Thank you.
It's so that's kind of all I can get off my brain right now. Like I said, it's like I have my list I have to get back to staring at this, but I have,
oh, you're so organized.
I have to put more X's on this. So
my list, like this is it,
right? Oh, all your Post-its. Yeah, well, no, I have to put it on a list like this because Post-its, I don't know, for some reason, it's like if I see enough Post-its, I stop seeing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but if I know I have to draw an X on something, then it's like I notice it. I notice it more. That's like, oh, I still have to do this. I still have to do that.
Switch to a list.
Yeah.
Because I also lose Post-its. Like I'll flip through them like this. Okay, well I can do this one right now, and then I'll toss it to the side, and one's gonna follow over here, and then 4 days from now, and be like, oh, it's the 16th. Oh, I was supposed to do this on the 14th.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
I need to utilize the list.
Yeah. So on that note, we actually made it to an hour with some semblance of education for the people. So, so mailing lists, Kickstarters, and fill out your surveys, people. If you paid for it, fill out your surveys so you get your stuff. I mean, that's, if you don't have your stuff, it's probably because you forgot to fill out a survey. So that's all I got today, Nita, on this Friday.
So where can people find you, Daphne?
Where can they find me? Oh, you can find me on my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWRKS. But I have an even more convenient link tree in the show notes where it has links to pretty much everything important you should be clicking on. But at my site, EgoWorks, you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, almost all of them. But like I said, I mostly post to Facebook. If you're into seeing sketches and current work in progress. But if you want to see even more of that in more detail, check out my Patreon page where you can sign up for as little as $2 a month to keep me busy. Too busy to, I don't know, not do stupid stuff, I guess. I don't know. And if you want to see videos of how I make all my comics and whatnot, reviews, art supply reviews, and the occasional rant and live stream, you can check out my YouTube channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art.
Yay!
And where can they find you?
Here.
Right here.
Right
just
here.
just right over here. Just
keep coming back.
Yeah. Again,
right.
It's all in the show notes.
Yes, yes. And this show has been dedicated to the haters.
Oh, it's always, all our work is dedicated to the haters, because it's like, because you know what? It's like when you actually do the work, you don't have to fake your accomplishments. And the haters are always going to be there. Word. So just keep working and doing what you need to do. Ready
to roll, Daphne?
Ready to roll.
All right, guys.
Let's see you Monday.
Peace out.
Bye.
Saying, live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about? Ladies, if you got 14 women hating on you, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 16 before the summer get here. The fuck is you mad about? Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.